I was something like 24, 25 when I first tried out the vitamin D. It was just I was dating with this girl, and I went to her place, and we sat behind the table. We're just talking and hanging out and having dinner. Then I saw that she had like those water soluble vitamin D tablets that you can just take a glass of water, pop it in, and it will just get mixed up with the water, and you can drink it. That you will have your vitamin D, required dose of the day in your one little water glass, right? And I just thought that, oh my God, this is why are you taking these? These are all like scams. They're not vitamin D. They don't have that great of bioavailability. It means that I thought that they were so crappy, and our bodies just can't get them appropriately. Meaning that we just piss it out, shit it out, and it has no real kind of benefits of taking vitamin D in a form of a tablet that you had to put in water and wait for it to get mixed up with the water. But she offered me just to try it out, to try out vitamin D in a water solution, and I just tried it. Didn't feel any kind of difference in my state of energy or something. But I always considered that my choice of foods were absolute the best, and I will get all of my vitamins and all of my minerals from there, and I don't need any kind of fucking scammy products that they are just in a form of oxide or in other form that is too hard for our bodies to actually absorb and to provide any kind of real benefits. That was my thinking at the time. But I actually ate quite healthy. But my lifestyle wasn't that healthy. And in times passing, when I got a little older, then I started to feel some of those, things that people are gonna get, like energy fatigue. I was feeling sleepy all the time. I was tired. I couldn't make any kind of a proper workout in the gym. I was out of the mood because I was in low energy. I didn't want to do anything. Didn't want to go out. I didn't want to take on any kind of new initiatives because I didn't have the energy for it. And because of that, because of the low energy, I just were more in a sedentary lifestyle, as you might say, just sitting behind the computer watching movies and just taking like 2 to 3 power naps a day, even though I was sleeping like 8 to 9 hours a day. And I started to see that something was wrong. I'm like sleeping almost 10 hours every day, and I'm still feeling shitty, low energy, low vibes, fatigued, and just don't have the strength to keep my eyes open and to read a book. I couldn't even read a book for at least 15 minutes before I got my brain saying to me, bro, it's nappy time right now. You should put that book down and we're gonna have a new power nap for at least 20 minutes. Then I woke up, didn't feel any kind of improvements. A little bit better maybe, but still kind of foggy, still kind of sleepy. Then I did something else. After a couple of hours, I feel sleepy again. So that was my, daily routine for like a couple of months. And then it started to really bother me, great deal. I wasn't like doing bad things to my health. I ate healthy. I tried to work out as often as I could. I just couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong with me, right? Then I started to just to research a little bit, to make some studies about different ways how we can improve your energy, your focus, your memory, your mood, in a way of supplements, vitamins, minerals, or by nootropics, or from different kind of supplements that our bodies actually have. But in times passing, we just get a little bit tired and we do not produce them anymore because we age and the production starts to lower down. So I started my first supplement with vitamin D, the D3 vitamin. That's the vitamin that our bodies actually produce when we are out in the sun for at least 5 to 10 minutes. In warmer climates where there is a lot more sun, the people are a lot more healthier because they are naturally producing much more vitamin D because they have much more sun also. But in more cold climates, there are a lot less sun, and we don't produce that much of vitamin D because we are not out often as well. And in the summer, we just take a little bit of sun bath in the summer period, and then it's all over pretty much. You don't see a lot of sun in the autumn or in the spring. And if it's out, it's always cloudy and the weather is bad, and we are not exposing our skins in this cold, muddy, wet weather. It's a lot of raining, and we just don't want to be outside that much. I started with, of course, the most biggest dosage, the 4,000, the international units of, it's like a micrograms of the maximum amount of micrograms of vitamin D tablet. I took my vitamin D tablet in a form of, what is this? In a form of cold-pressed grape oil. When they're in a fat-formed capsules, they are absorbed so much better by the body. And then I started to notice improvement in my energy, and I was fucking happy, right? For the first time, I feel like I had it's the same feeling like I had a very good cup of coffee for at least 3 times in a time period of 5 hours. I was feeling clear in my mind. I didn't have this sleepy, sluggish, or tired feeling behind my eyes, like my eyes just wanted to close and take a sleep and wake up and still feel sleepy, like nothing has changed. And for the first time, I felt great, energized, and sharp. And that was the start of a journey for me in my own, the journey of improving my health and improving my longevity and the quality of life. Because the older you're going to get, you're going to start losing your ability to produce your own vitamins, your own proteins goes slower. And think about that. If you are in a lifestyle of bodybuilding, or you like to train in the gym a lot, then your body requirements for minerals, vitamins, or specific type of proteins are also higher. So, and think about the food that you are most likely eating and how good of a quality is that. The quality of food depends on how big is the price, and even if the price is also big for the fresh organic food, like grass-fed beef or just organic grown fruits and vegetables, right? It's expensive as hell, and you still have no guarantee that they actually have a high level of nutrients in them. So I did my best. I bought the foods that were most expensive, and I hoped that I could get all of my shit from there. But I didn't, because I was feeling tired and sluggish all the time. And then I just slowly added more things to my daily, dosage of different vitamins. I'm not gonna tell you what exactly of those vitamins or minerals they're going to do, but they all help. Just think that all of these will help you to better function, to better go through life with clarity of mind, with a stable mood, with a normal energy, and without feeling you are like in some sort of a low vibe or in a low state. And your immune system is also much stronger because you take those vitamins and minerals. So I moved over to B1 to B2 vitamins. The complex vitamins of B1 to B12, not just the B1 and B12, but every vitamin to B1 to B12. It will help you, just like I explained, to function better. This is the thing that worked for me, and you may not necessarily have a B vitamins deficiency, but I just tried it out. I felt better, and this is the thing that's working for me. So I just encourage you to test it out with different kinds of vitamins and minerals and see what is better for yourself. Even better if you take yourself a blood test to test out the deficiencies of any kind of vitamins or minerals that you might have. Just take the whole pot of different kind of analysis for your blood sample and have them test it out, and then you can see if you might be deficient in some kind of mineral or in some kind of vitamin, and then you can make adjustments to your choice of supplements, right? Then I moved over to zinc, then omega-3 fish oils for the better brain function and for the better brain and cognitive functions. But I just wrote down that I learned recently that it should not contain any kind of vegetable oil fillers or any kind of linseed oils, because I'm very, very against because they act as an estrogenic agent in your body, which means that they will raise your estrogen levels in your body, and you don't want that. Given that our lifestyle is already heavily filled with the means of estrogenic agents like plastic bottles, the receipts from the counter, all of those contain chemicals that act estrogen in your body, and it brings your testosterone levels down in your body, and you're gonna end up with man boobs and more fats, and you are just more feminine. With the amount of different sources of estrogen in our modern lives, it's a fucking horrible, It's just very, very bad for the health of men. It seems like they're trying to depopulate and to make us sterile. I don't know if it's because we're just trying to do everything cheap as possible, and we don't care about the health consequences, or there is like a bigger agenda behind it to reduce the sperm counts, reduce the fertility, and to decrease the population. It's crazy out there what's actually happening, and there is so much research done about how plastics can make a population, any kind of population, like the population of fish, sterile in just 1 to 2 generations. Well, it's pretty interesting and sad what's happening to us, and we have to do everything we can to take those any kind of estrogen acting agents out of our life, as much of them as possible. Which means, look at around you. Everything that you touch or wear is made of plastic, and you can try your best to reduce your body exposure to those estrogen agents as much as possible. So, but enough of that. Then magnesium. I got myself the magnesium citrate as the first one because I didn't know any better that there are multiple forms of magnesium, and they all act in a different kind of way. Well, this is actually just a part of the experiment of trying to feel better and to feel constantly better and with the high energy. I now switched over to Magnesium Malate because I just saw some scientist guy, and when he posted his research, just in a little Instagram post as a little hack to choose the better form of magnesium so that it will help you better in more specific ways, and it's more high quality in terms of absorption. Some of those, like citrate, are not so good at absorbing in your body, but the other ones are in a different form, and they absorb better, and they actually, I don't know the exact science behind this or how any of these work, but I kind of trust this guy, and he's a scientist, and I decided to try it out. He wrote down that the magnesium malate is for better energy and to reduce fatigue. Magnesium glycinate is for better sleep and relaxation. And magnesium threonate is for improved brain and memory. And taurate for better heart and blood pressure. And citrate is just a general one, very popular one, and the most cheapest one also. But it can give you a diarrhea, and it's also its absorption, rate or the quality of absorption is not that great. Next, these are all of the vitamins and minerals that I'm currently taking. And next, we are moved over to plant-based, supplements, root powders, nootropics, and just additional proteins that our bodies actually produce, but the rate of production slows down as you age. And the more active lifestyle you have, the more you're actually, how to say this word, spending your body. You're like... the more you're wearing your body down with different kind of physical activities. So you need to keep in mind that the more you wear yourself down, the more damages your body is having. And with aging, you need to give some kind of resistance to your body if you want to stay fit and healthy in your old age. So consider taking creatine and collagen from time to time. But we go to this a little bit later. So next we have ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is a root powder. It comes from Eastern medicine. it has been used for like thousands of years, and as a plant root powder, mainly for mood stabilization. It will give you a stable and a better mood if you're feeling anxious and stressed out constantly. You're just like you're gonna start to feel like that you're having too many of negative things inside of you, and it starts to wear you down also, and it starts to mess up your energies as well, and you feel, because of high emotional and cognitive stress you might have, it starts to affect your physical energy as well. You find yourself just being burnt out all the time, and that's something that you can actually avoid by taking ashwagandha. I started to took this when I got into my reboot journey for the first time, and anytime I might get this ultra stressful or depressive period of maybe like doing high intensity work, and I have to finish it on time, or when I'm doing my schoolwork and I have to finish my projects on a deadlines, and I have my other things to do, and I have my work stuff to do, and it can be just very, very, very stressful, and I just want to save my physical self from being burnt out, and I take ashwagandha. Just read the labels on your bottle. If it says 1 to 2 capsules per day, do not overtake it. Do not think that if you are like a big guy, you can handle like taking like 3 or 4, or because you feel so shitty, you feel like, oh, I better take 3. That's not how they work. They're plant-based medicines, and you just read the description that it has and how much you can take it on one day and follow it. You will feel better in some time, I will promise. Don't just overtake any kind of supplement and actually hurt yourself in the process. So next is Cordyceps and lion's mane. These are nootropics. It means that they are mushrooms that are just powdered down and grinded into this form of powder. And then you just take it with a scoop with a little water, and the benefits are actually pretty great because they have the highest absorption rate for the body, because they are mushrooms essentially, but they are just grinded and powdered down. Cordyceps. There are many different types of cordyceps. There also can be fake ones. You can recognize a fake cordyceps if it has some kind of other name behind it. In a Latin name. I saw many kind of different cordyceps, as in cordyceps, synthesis or whatever kind of form. But we have this great little company in here that actually makes the original Cordyceps Militaris that has the biggest and the most best, benefits to the body in terms of giving you a lot of energy, the life force, and the motivation. Cordyceps is very interesting. But before I continue, I just wanted to point out the thing about ashwagandha. That I noticed on myself, if you take ashwagandha for a very, very long time, your mood, your emotions, that just becomes this, zombie-like. Yes, you have killed off your, the feelings of stress, depression, anxiety, or whatever, but now you're not feeling any kind of pleasant feelings. You find it hard yourself. Sorry. you find it hard to actually feel any kind of joy and to experience good emotions, right? So just keep in mind that if you take this for too long, you can kind of desensitize yourself. You may be too chilled out about everything, and you eventually just it's like when you take ashwagandha, it's like you can take this like for a month, and in that month you can actually make some important and constructive improvements in your life for about the sources that will give you the stress, anxiety, or depression. You can use that time you can use that stable period of time to make something about your lifestyle, right? To improve your lifestyle. And where was I? So we got over with the Cordyceps, and always look for Cordyceps Militaris, because this is the original one from the actual Himalayas. Cordyceps Militaris is the most expensive one. So if you see, just hold on. I'm just gonna check the price of Cordyceps Militaris. I found this. Cordyceps Militaris price per kilogram of mushrooms. It's over like 1,000. It's over 1,200 euros per kilogram. So if you see some kind of other cordyceps like Cordyceps sinensis or synthesis, and they sell like under the price of the bottle is I saw some of those bottles of Cordyceps in these, those little bottles that they have like how much they take. They have like maybe 100 grams of Cordyceps in it, and it only costs like 16 or 17 euros, but it was Cordyceps sinensis. So it's most likely a fake one. It means that it doesn't give you the benefits of, or it doesn't have the high benefits of great energy and life force and motivation. Cordyceps Militaris gives you the most out of energy and life force and motivation. You take one scoop of Cordyceps. The 100 grams of Cordyceps Militaris actually costs now like 75 euros in Europe. So if any price below that is actually not that good quality for you, always look for the militaries, and it better be a higher price. So with the energy, I remember when I took my first like scoop of Cordyceps, the 2 to 4 grams of Cordyceps per day. It's like you still had like a very, very big coffee, but you don't feel like this high peak of energy that is followed by some sort of a crash in energy. You feel like this the whole freaking day. You feel like you feel like you can take on pretty much anything. You can do anything without tiring out. You can do pretty much anything. You feel like you have this. How do I say that? You feel like you got into this new source of energy that you never had before for a very long time. You're operating on an energy that you had like when you were 7 to 10 years old, when you had this insane amounts of energy, so that you had to do something about that. You every time in school when it was had the chance, you just played tag with your friends and run all over in the whole room like crazy, because you wanted it. You wanted it because you had so much energy and it was fun. It's almost like the same kind of energy, and now you just use it for more reasonable tasks, right? So the next is the lion's mane. Lion's mane is for better focus and for better memory and learning abilities. It will improve your, I don't know again the exact science of this, but I learned that lion's mane will help you keep your neural pathways stronger and actually helps to build new neural pathways in your brain. So it's all in terms of better focus, memory, and learning abilities. And I actually do feel the benefits. I just feel more clarity of mind. I can focus on one task for more time than I did before. What did I want to say more? Oh, yeah. With the cordyceps, the effect is right away. You can feel the benefits of, you feel this release of energy in like 30 minutes. But with the lion's mane, you have to take this supplement for longer, at least like 1 to 3 weeks before you start to notice the improvements in your cognitive functions, right? So the next is creatine, collagen, and the melatonin that our bodies produce naturally, but with the age and the rate of the production just goes down. Creatine is not just for better strength, for better mass, and for better performance in terms of physical labor or in terms of just doing physical tasks. It's also good for cognitive functions, right? Your brain functions. I'm not gonna tell the exact science of it again because it's already the most one of the most researched molecules out there. I took this actually for just for a better muscle mass in my younger years, right? And now I saw that the creatine has some other benefits as well in terms of cognitive health, and I just started to take this for that kind of reason as well, the better cognitive and brain function. We are in collagen right now, and collagen is for better joint and bone health. It helps to slow down the aging, like making your bones denser and the ligaments, stronger, and all of this, the bonding tissue that we have. Collagen helps you with that, so that you are more better fit in your older age. And the last one is melatonin. I started to take this recently as well, just to see the effects of it. And it's for this better sleep quality and also for the longevity. Because while our body rests, all of those regenerative processes starts to go at work. And if we have impaired sleep, we sleep bad, we don't get that deep REM sleep for a long amount of time, then our regenerative and repair modes in our body are also compromised. So I took it and I sleep a lot better now. It helps you. Melatonin helps you to fall to sleep faster, and I had this problem of going to bed and just laying there for at least a couple of hours, and it means that I only got to have the real sleep of the real deep sleep for only 5 or maybe 4 hours before I had to get up for work. And I just didn't want to sleep until noon to get the all 8 hours of sleep. So what is the point of me telling you all of those things that I take? So it's just to, you can get some form of inspiration and maybe a little bit of stimulation to actually try out some of those things as well to better improve the quality of your life. If you feel like you're tired, you're fatigued, you are in a very bad mood, you are in low energy, you just consider taking vitamin D's, B group vitamins, Ashwagandha or Cordyceps, and see what happens with you later. Does it improve your circumstances? Just these are the things that I tried, and it helped me. And I just can't leave this knowledge out to later without sharing it with you guys. I want you to feel better since you've taken this step into self-improvement. Since my camera died, there is something wrong with the memory card. I just wanted to say that I put this all out for you, as just think of me like I put this all out for you to see that these are the things that actually helped me to improve my life drastically. I feel so much better than I did before, much more energized and much more, in a stable mood. Think of me like your older brother who has tried some shit and he now recommends to try out some of those things and some of those life hacks by yourself. So just try out some of these if you haven't tried them already, and see the improvements of your life. And if you haven't done any of those things, just go get your blood work done and see what kind of deficiencies you might have, and seriously start to incorporating those minerals, vitamins, or supplements or nootropics into your life. They will help you to function better and in a high performance. So this is it. Try them out and see your life getting better by the day. Stay sharp, stay energized, and stay aware.